Hi, I'm Lisa from Lewis and Clark Library. Today we're going to be making a travel/adventure book out of just some really basic supplies. The library has put together some kits that will have 3 pieces of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper in them. And then all you need at home is a glue stick. And remember, the library has the kits. And then we also have a great magazine give and take table in the lobby where you can come in and grab magazines if you like to collage. So let's get started. All you're going to need for this part of the craft are the 3 pieces of paper that come in your kit and a glue stick. Today I am working with single-sided paper. Some of the kits that you get may have double-sided paper, which is just fine. They're both going to work great for the book. With the double-sided paper, you just have to decide which is going to be your inside and which is your outside. So that's just something you have to think about before you fold. And I have already pre-folded some paper just so you can see what you're aiming for. I like to think of them as mountains and valleys. So your book is going to have 2 mountains with a valley in the middle. Another decision to make is which piece of paper you want to be your valley in the middle of your book. I want this flowered one to be in the middle of my book. So I'm going to set that aside for now, and I'm going to fold the 2 end pieces first because they are folded the same way. Each piece of paper only folds 3 times. So your first paper, we're going to fold in so that the colored part is on the outside. Fold it in half that way, flip it around, fold it in half again the other way. And now we're going to open it up, turn it over, and fold it diagonally so your colored paper is on the inside. And it's good to be precise on this fold, just so that your book will fold up neatly when you glue it together. And there you have a little mountain. And then your other end piece of paper gets folded exactly the same way. Now we have another mountain. So we're going to set those aside for now. And we're going to fold our middle piece, our valley. So we're going to fold it opposite of the way we folded the first 2. So this way we start out with our colored paper inside. 1 fold that way, 1 fold this way. Open it up, flip it over, and do 1 diagonal fold. With our color paper out. And we have a valley. Okay, so now we are going to glue the 3 pieces together. And all you need for this is a glue stick. And now one other thing that you can decide, do you want to cover your inside with your 2 end pieces? You can also glue it on top of your 2 end pieces, or you can alternate. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to alternate. And remember, we are gluing the sides of the papers that do not have the diagonal fold in them. So a flat square to a flat square. I find it easier to put the glue on the paper I'm gluing to. So I'm going to go around my edges to my fold and then a little bit in the middle. So right to the edges. And then this paper, I'm going to go over this one. So again, right to the edges of your whoops, paper, and your fold, and then a nice X in the middle. And again, we're not gluing the diagonal sides. We're gluing flat square to flat square. Okay, so now that your pages are glued together, we're gonna fold them up into your book. And then go ahead and give it another nice press around the edges just to make those folds really defined. And there we go. Okay, so here we have some finished travel books. This is an example of a book you could make either from mementos and photos that you've gathered on a previous trip, or maybe even with this book in mind during a current trip, thinking about things to pick up, postcards, photos you want to take, things you want to put together in your travel journal. This person just ripped some pages out, glued them in, and made a nice little collage book. This is where you can bring in your magazines, or as we talked about before, a nature walk. You know, you can add photos, cut out pieces of magazine, stickers, mementos from a trip, postcards, cards that you like, anything. You can be really creative. Something that I like to do sometimes is make ends for my books so that they're a little bit sturdier. And for this, you can just use things that you find at home. This is just a box that I had. I cut out a 6x6 square. You could either put it on like this with the white side out. You could color on it, write on it, or you could cover it with another piece of scrapbook paper. So that's just an idea. But also when you glue some of your pages and things on the outside, it does that for you too. Thanks for joining us today for this fun and simple craft. This video will be available on the library's YouTube channel and also accessible on our webpage on the special events page at lclibrary.org. The craft kits will be available through January of 2022. If you don't manage to come in during then to pick up a kit, you can always make the craft at home with your own supplies using your own 12x12 scrapbook paper. Thanks again.